Hey everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day and staying safe out there. We've got a mailbag. I got so many packages in that I decided to split this over 3 parts, and so the video you're watching now is mostly computer type stuff, and there's some fun stuff in this video. The first one was maker stuff, and the third one will be bicycling and fitness stuff. But without further ado, let's get to the packages. So we have this one. I think I know what this is. Let's take a look. Yes. Okay, so this is a Pocket PC. This is the an Intel Pocket PC, and this was $117. I bought it for my company on Amazon, and I have never played with one of these, and so let's take a look. There is tape sealing it. There's a good chance this is going back, as I've kind of made a workaround in the time between when I ordered this and when I got it. But this is the PC itself, and it is a Teriza W5 Pro, and we've got a USB 3, a USB 2, that looks like a micro USB, a power button, SD card slot. I don't know what that is. I can't tell if that's infrared or what. Some ventilation, but this is an entire PC in a stick, and this has the Intel 8350. I think that's called, like, I think they call it like the Pentium Silver or something like that, with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gig eMMC, if I'm not mistaken. And so this is an entire PC in a stick for $117, and so I'm gonna play with it. Let's see what else comes in the box. We've got a power cord, which is micro USB. It is 2 amps. That's not too bad. 2,000 milliamps, so about the same as a Raspberry Pi. You might see some comparisons going on there. And this little HDMI cable, which is primarily just for an adapter, so that if your things come right out the back of the TV, you can get this in a more comfortable position. And we have a manual, quick start guide. So this has, I forgot to mention that, this has Windows 10 already on it. So yeah, so we're gonna take a look at this along with some other equipment in just a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at this one. This out of the way. Alright, so we've got a TP-Link range extender, and I generally hate these things. I've never had good success with them, and I may not have good success with this one. But the difference is that I have a mesh-compatible TP-Link router, and this can act as a mesh router, as a mesh hotspot with that router. And so this was $30. So let's take a quick look at it. I don't think there's going to be anything too exciting with it. I got this particular one for a couple of reasons. I'm having a little bit of dead spot issue on the far side of my house, and so I thought, it's not dead, just not great performance. But one of the things I like about this particular style is that it has Ethernet in, so I don't need to just purely mesh. I can run Ethernet into it and then use this as a mesh access point. So hopefully it'll work well, and I won't have any conflicts or anything like that around my house. And there's actually a couple of these on sale on Facebook locally to me for $10 a piece. So if this works, I think what I'm going to do is do another one on my back porch and another one in my office, and convert all of my Wi-Fi to one giant mesh network. And the big advantage to that is that I am segregating my office network from my home network. And so what I'd like to do is have my desktop and one server on its own completely private isolated network, and then all the Wi-Fi and IoT and all that kind of stuff can go on their own network. So that would be good. And next we have a fanless mini PC. And this is related to the other one that we saw. So let me grab the other one over here. This is definitely smaller than this one. This is about the size, maybe even a little bit bigger than a typical set-top box, but we've got a little, I'm guessing that's supposed to be a VESA bracket. Not much in here, so. Got an HDMI cable, standard HDMI cable, not an extender like the other one. We have 1.5 amp, 12 volt. I think the other one might have been 5 volts, but we've got 1.5 amp, 12 volt power supply, and we have this. This is fairly heavy. So this is, so I guess it's half a VESA bracket. This is exactly the same processor as this one, except this has 2 gigs of RAM and has an SD card slot, 2 USB, 2 slots, power button, USB 3, power input, HDMI, Ethernet, headphone jack, reset button, and VGA out. And so this is another option for the project I'm working on with this. And so I'm going to be testing both of these and seeing how they do, and I might use them in a video coming up to give you a little more information. I'm kind of interested. I feel like this one also has 64 gigs of eMMC inside of it. Let's see if it says it on the box. It does not. But this also has Windows. Let's see, it might say here. This one has 32 gigs. So this one I think came to, there was a coupon on Amazon, so this was $89 and this was $117. For that extra money, you got smaller, you got 2 extra gigs of RAM, and you got 32 gigs of extra storage. So I think this definitely seems like a better deal. It's just a matter of how much thermal throttling it'll have to do to keep up. And so one other thing to note is that this is the same processor setup that's in my Acer Swift 1, that aluminum laptop with 17-hour battery life that I take all over the world. And for the most part, it does a really good job. The only thing that I have issues with is when I need to do something like, importing a multi-gigabyte database or something like that. But other than that, it works pretty well for just coding and things like that. So these are going to be pretty cool. Looking forward to testing these. I have no idea what this one is. Okay, so because I ripped off Elgato, just kidding, in my Stream Deck video, I decided to take their next best product, which is a video capture device, and buy this. Now this was $11 off of eBay, and it got really good reviews. In fact, I actually read about it on The Verge. It's actually a lot heavier than you'd expect it to be. I read about this on The Verge, and they were saying, hey, the USB 3 ones aren't the same. There's a whole bunch of different versions of these that aren't very good, but this one is good. And compared to a $100 streaming capture device, this is a bargain, they say. So we will see. I'm not going to demonstrate it in this video, but why I want it is, one of the things you may notice in my videos is that when I do things like Raspberry Pi videos, I never show the initial install of the software and things like that. And I want to be able to capture things before I get to the point, so right now I'm capturing with my camera on one of my 2 mounts overhead. When I'm over there, I am capturing with my screen recording software, but there is this intermediate step of installing Linux or installing Windows, and I can't show you that on the computer itself. So being able to record the actual HDMI stream hopefully will be nice for the channel, and it didn't cost me a lot. So I will do a separate video on this. So I'll be the first to say I don't know anything about OBS or anything like that, but I took my little HDMI recorder and put it into a Fire Stick and connected that to this little pluggable dock, and these are the results. I'm sure the settings could be tweaked. I know nothing about OBS. As I said, I clearly don't know anything about OBS, but this is recording my Fire Stick while watching YouTube. I could tell that there were some things wrong with the settings, but I think the recordings would actually be better in real life. I also accidentally exported as MKV and had to run it through Handbrake in order to put it into this video. So don't totally judge this thing by the quality of this video. We'll get some more footage for you and see what you think. There you have it. That's today's mailbag. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.